I woke up this morning, looked at my hands, and didn't recognize them. These hands that built houses, held my children, touched my wife's face for the last time. Now they shake when I lift a coffee cup. I am 89 years old, 89 years of breathing, walking, loving, and losing. Most of the people who knew my name are dead now. My wife, my brothers, friends I grew up with, back when the world was a different place entirely. People ask me what it's like to be this old. They expect wisdom, wrapped in a bow, something comforting. But I'm too old to lie anymore. So I'm going to tell you 5 harsh truths about being an 89-year-old man. Things I wish someone had warned me about 40 years ago. The first harsh reality: your body becomes a stranger. Not all at once. That is the cruel part. It happens so slowly, you don't notice. A little stiffness here, a small ache there. You tell yourself it's nothing. Then one morning, you wake up and realize you're living inside a machine that's breaking down. And there's no mechanic, no repair shop, just you, trapped inside something that used to obey you. You think aging happens slowly. It doesn't. It happens in moments. One day, you reach for something on the top shelf and realize you can't. Your shoulder won't go that high anymore, and it never will again. I remember the last time I could run, really run. It was 1987. I was chasing my grandson across the yard. He was laughing. I was laughing. I didn't know that would be the last time. Nobody tells you when you're doing something for the last time. Now, I need help opening jars. I need a grab bar to get out of the bathtub. Last month, I dropped a glass of water because my hands just let go. This isn't complaining. This is brief. You mourn your own body while you're still living in it. You become a stranger to yourself. But losing your body isn't the hardest part. The second harsh reality: you become invisible. I don't mean people are rude to you. I mean they stop seeing you entirely. You walk into a room and eyes slide right past you, like you're furniture, like you're already gone. I went to the grocery store last week, stood in line. A young man cut right in front of me, didn't even see me. And here's the thing, I wasn't angry. I was sad, because I realized I'd stopped existing to him before I even walked through the door. When was the last time a stranger asked for your opinion, really wanted to hear what you thought? For me, it's been years. I remember the exact moment I understood this. I was at my grandson's birthday party. The adults were talking about the economy, about politics, about the future. I started to say something, and they just kept talking right over me, like I hadn't made a sound. I fought in Korea. I built a business. I raised 3 children. I've seen things these people can't imagine. But to them, I'm just an old man in a chair. Background noise. Here's the cruel irony. At 89, I finally understand things. I finally have wisdom worth sharing. But no one asks. No one wants to hear from a man who's almost finished living. They want advice from people still in the race. So you learn to be quiet. You learn to watch. You become a ghost in your own life. But invisibility isn't what keeps me up at night. What keeps me up is what happens in the silence. The third harsh reality: your regrets become louder. During the day, you can stay busy. You can distract yourself. But at night, when the house is quiet and there's nothing left to do, the memories come uninvited. Every night, around 3 a.m., I have the same visitor. Not a person, a moment. My son wanted to show me his drawings when he was 7. I was reading the newspaper. I said, "Not now." Just 2 words, "Not now." He's 62 now. He still doesn't show me things. And I earned that. I earned every bit of that distance. You want to know what haunts a man at 89? It's not the big failures. It's the small moments. The ordinary cruelties you didn't even notice at the time. I worked 60-hour weeks when my kids were young. I told myself it was for them. It wasn't. It was for me, for my pride, my ambition. And now I have all the time in the world, and they have lives that don't include me. My father died in 1971. The last time I saw him, we argued about something stupid. Politics, I think. I was going to call him the next week to apologize. I was going to say I was sorry. I never made that call. Later, I told myself, there's always later. There isn't. At 89, you have perfect hindsight. You see exactly where you went wrong, every missed moment, every wrong turn, every time you chose something that didn't matter over someone who did, and you can't fix any of it. You just have to live with it. Every single night. The fourth harsh reality, you watch everyone leave. I've been to 47 funerals. 47. After a while, you stop counting friends. You count the ones who are left. My brother, gone. My best friend from the army, gone. The woman who lived next door for 30 years, gone. You become the last one standing, and there's no prize for that. Just silence, where voices used to be. My wife died on a Tuesday afternoon. She was making coffee, humming something. I was in the other room reading, and then she just stopped. By the time I got to her, she was already gone. 53 years of marriage, 53 years of her voice, her laugh, her weight on the other side of the bed, and then nothing. The worst part isn't that she's gone. The worst part is that every morning, for just a second, I forget. I reach for her side of the bed, and then I remember. That second of forgetting is the cruelest gift. People say you get used to loss. You don't. You just learn to carry more weight. The house is so quiet now. I never noticed how loud life was until everyone in it left. Now I hear the clock, the refrigerator, my own breathing, sounds I never paid attention to because they were drowned out by living. You don't choose to be alone at 89. You just run out of people. The fifth harsh reality, you finally understand, but it's too late. At 89, everything becomes clear. The fog lifts. You see exactly what mattered and exactly what didn't. And you realize you spent most of your life chasing the wrong things. You want to know what I think about at 89? Not the promotions, not the money, not the house. I think about a Thursday night in 1973. My wife made soup. We sat at the kitchen table and talked about nothing. And that nothing is the everything I'd give anything to have back. I'd tell my 40-year-old self, stop chasing, stop proving, stop postponing. The ordinary moments are the only ones that matter. The Tuesday dinners, the morning coffee, the unremarkable conversations that felt like nothing at the time. That's where life actually happened. And I missed most of it because I was too busy getting somewhere else. You still have what I don't: time. You still have Tuesday dinners ahead of you. You still have mornings to sit with someone you love. You still have phone calls you can make, apologies you can offer, moments you can be present for. I'm telling you this because I can't go back, but you haven't gotten there yet. The clarity I have now, it's worthless to me. But maybe it's worth something to you. I'm 89 years old. I've told you the harsh truths. Now here's the only one that matters. You're not going to listen. Not really. You'll nod. You'll feel something. Then you'll go back to your busy life. That's what I did at your age. But maybe, just maybe, one of you will stop today. Will call your mother. Will sit with your wife without looking at your phone. will tell your child, "Show me those drawings," because later never comes. I'm living proof of that. This isn't wisdom. It's a warning from a man who's almost out of time to a world that thinks it has forever. I'll be here tomorrow morning. Same chair, same coffee, same silence, waiting to see if anyone listened. Most won't, but you could be the one who does.